So now we're back again, and in this one we are going to be doing a couple little things down here. So to ensure that this section is done, the section of the post or the posts down here. So we did everything that we need. We created, we updated, and we deleted, and we showed the posts. But if you go over here and let's say this user right here, it's user7@user7.com. this is like the username and the email. And if we check it out over here, we have like 3 posts. I know like the posts are different from the last video, but it doesn't matter anyway. So if we look down here, we can say that this post is posted by somebody else that's not that we're not actually using right now, because we're using this user down here. All right, and this post is also like it's posted by the same user, and this one is posted by us. Okay, and of course we have this like user name down here and the email. So if you go down here to a post that's created by somebody else, if we go over here, we still can delete and update like the user the posts of another user, of this user down here. And of course this is not what we want, so we want to hide those guys. We want everybody to update or delete his own posts, not somebody else, only his posts. All right, so if we go down over here, if we go to post.php, we can go ahead down here to the update and delete buttons. If we go F, and we are going to check for the session, because of course we are going to use the session to do this. So basically we're going to compare the session of the user that's on the website and like the data that's coming from the posts user. We are going to use the user ID that we did in the creation, the user ID that's down over here. So we're going to say if the user ID of the post down of the post that you're showing is equal to the ID down here, then you have the right, like we have the right to view these two down here. If they're not equal, we're not going to show any of those like buttons down here. So I hope that makes sense. So we're going to go if set, let's like check for it first. Session user ID, and we're gonna say if session, and of course we got this down here because we already included like the navbar. The user ID is equal, or sorry, identical to the user ID that's coming from the post. User ID, and I guess yeah, that's pretty much it. So well, what we need to do right now, just to go ahead and close this. Let's see what we got any errors or not. Customize a little bit. Yeah, so it's looking fine. So if the session of the user ID is equal to the user ID that's coming from the post, we're gonna show both of those guys. So if we go now, of course this is like another post, it's not for this user. Now if we refresh, you can see that our buttons now are gone. If we go back to the home and when we go to a post that we created, post 2, we're gonna say our update and delete buttons down here, they are gonna work well. Okay, but what if we let's go back to a post that we did not create. What if the user like goes down here and tries like to go directly to the pages from the link, what's gonna happen? Let's say if he went over here, he actually can access the update page still, but this is not what we want. Okay, so basically it's not just about showing showing or hiding the buttons, it's about like preventing him from going actually and directly to our script. So if we go back to update, down here we need to go ahead down here and we need to say if like session, the user ID is not equal to the rows. We're gonna go and we're gonna grab the user ID. We need to go ahead, so basically if the user ID in the session that you have is not equal to the one that's in the post, we need to hit back. All right, so we can grab all of this. So if we save, let's go back and refresh this, you can see that we're going actually back to index.php. Can go to like post that's created by another user, and if we try this again, update.php, of course you get the idea by now. You can see that we're going back right out again. So if we go to a post that we created, of course still we can go from the buttons down here. We do not need like to write it from the link. And if we go back, and of course if we go to the delete now, it will delete this post right away. So this is not what we want. If we go now to posts, if we go to delete.php, and maybe yeah, it's down here is fine. We go to post and let's check for the session. User ID is not equal to posts. We already selected like the post when we tried to delete the image in the last video. User ID, we need like to take this whole thing. We're gonna go else and we are gonna select it down here, and for this we need to say like hit back. So if the user ID is not equal to the user ID that's coming from the posts, we need to hit back to the index, because this is not going to be like his post, so he doesn't have the right to delete it. But if not, you just go ahead and delete or do whatever you are gonna do with this page down here. And we took this in the else, because if we leave this out over here, if we leave the link function, it will delete the image. All right, so we don't want that unless he is like the rightful user to do this. So if we save all of this, we go, if we refresh right now, let's make sure, yeah, this is not his post. If we go delete.php, delete, yeah, if you check up here, you can see that post 12, this is the title of the post. We go back, let's see what we got. We still have the title of our own post down here. If we go to another post that's created by another user, or that's not ours, we go delete.php, delete. We can say down here that we don't have any. We're gonna go and click on it. You can see that we still have post 1 down here. We still have post 1 and post 12, and everything is looking good. Of course, if you go over here, we can like delete our own post. If we click delete, something is actually wrong down here, so I'm gonna check it and get back to you. So basically all I needed is just to include the nav bar down here because it contains our session. Okay, so there was no session even to check in. So once I include the nav bar is in the includes down here, and the sessions are over here. And when I went for the post that we have, it actually got deleted. So we can go ahead, create, just to show you once more. Maybe it is like post. So it's gonna be a subtitle post 2. Let's grab some text. Okay, what's going on? Yeah, there you go. Grab any image, click create. If we now go to the index, we can see that we have a user that we actually created down here. We go post 2. Okay, of course we can delete it from right here. Let's go ahead and delete it from right over here. It's basically the same. So yeah, if we go back now, it got deleted. And of course we're not gonna be able to delete those guys or even to go to the update page. So I hope that did not confuse you at all. So basically everybody like will delete or update his own posts, and that's it. Okay, that's everything. So see you on the next video.